Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Alex Builds. We're now going to have stage 7 of build kit from the Knightrider series. Okay, so we've had a third delivery. We've got stages 7, 8, 9 and 10. So we're going to do stage 7 today and we'll do the rest of the stages probably next week. So let me show you what we'll get and what we're doing. So as you can see, the first one, stage 7, is this one here, and we get all these big parts in here. So I'm going to just move this to the side and we'll show you what we're actually doing in stage 7. So this is our magazine. Get all this facts and stuff about Knightrider first, get to the back and you've got your build steps and stages there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're assembling the front suspension. We're continuing that from last week, and we're also mounting the steering gearbox this week. So that's what we're going to start assembling this first. So basically what we're going to do is going to take this little part here, this like a little cross part with four screw holes in it. We can pick any way round you want, slide that into there and put these 2 screws in. I'm probably going to put the 2 screws in and get them mounted in first before I put this part in. It just makes it a bit easier. And yeah, same with this part. We're going to be putting the 2 GM screws in this way and then mounting that into there as well. And then we've just got this little cross part. We don't have to put this extension bar bit on it just yet, and we're going to just be attaching that to the opposite side there. Turning over the page, we can start mounting this into this little gearbox housing. So what we're going to be doing, this is going to get dropped down into there. We're going to drop this little cog down into there as well, seal it up, and we're going to be completely sealing that with EM screws. So there's going to be 3 of them in there. Then we can attach that to this part here with MM screws. We can put an EM screw in on the bottom side there, and then to finish up we're just going to add this part to the part we made in the last issue. This is this part here, and that's what you should have by the end of this issue. So it's nice to be back on building the Knightrider kit. I do have all the parts down here for the next delivery, so we will be doing stages 7 today, 8, 9 and 10 will be done next week. So we'll do them, all of them stages next week. And yeah, if you want to get this for yourself, head on over to fanhome.com. Links will be down in the description below. You can head on over and you can start this from issue 1 all for yourself. Okay, so let's get the parts open and start building. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to need these 2 parts here. So we've got this part here and this part here. This part here does look like this. We've got the little cross sort of section there with holes on each side. So you do get 2 of them in this part of the build, but we're only going to use 1 of them for this step. So the first thing we're going to do is going to take a GM screw. I'm going to line that up on here. I did say that I was going to put the GM screw in first, but the hole on this part is actually a lot bigger and allows you access to hold that like that. So you need to hold that sort of in between your fingers and screw down just like that. We're going to tighten it all the way until we've got the other side in. So now let's just get the other side in. Slide that screw into that. It does go in really, really nicely. There's that in there. Doesn't say whether to do it full tight, but I've done that quite tight. If it needs loosened later on, we can loosen that later on. So now we can do exactly the same and put it in here. So we're going to be putting 2 more GM screws in. So I'm just going to check the diameter of that hole, make sure that's the same and it's wide enough for the screw just to go straight through, which it is, as you can see. So we don't need to pre-screw that into there. So now on this part here, where the cross is, we've now got the 2 sections here on this side, so we can put that onto here now. So let's line that up and start screwing this down. So I've got the first one just started. I'm just going to get the second screw on the opposite side started as well. So screw that all the way through. That one, and then this one, the opposite side, nice and tight. And there we are. That's what you should have up until this point. So for the next step, we're going to do exactly the same as when we put this cross part on. We're just going to be doing that on this side. So let's get our GM screw at the ready. Get our little cross member part, line that up with a hole and start the thread off, turn it round, grab another GM screw slide that one into the hole, and then you can tighten this one up, turn it around and retighten the first one you did up. And there you are, that is that part all done. Right, so now we're going to need to start putting this in its little housing. So we're going to take this part, line that into there. It's got a little groove part cut out just down this middle section just there. That's going to line that just into there. Then we can take the second cog with the longer shaft section facing down the way, drop that down into there. So that sits there, so when we turn this, that cog will turn. Then we can take the top section and we can put that over the top. That's going to seal this unit together and all together. So we need to turn that over now. We need to put 3 EM screws, one in each of these holes. There's a hole here and one on either side here. So we get the one at the top in first, screw that one down. And one either side on this side. That last one now. All of the parts in this issue, by the way, are die cast metal. There's no plastic parts today. So everything you've seen on here so far has been metal. Now what that can do is that should be able to turn that in there. Okay, so now we're going to be bringing in this long part of the chassis here, and we're going to be working on here. So the side we want to put the actual part on that we've just made is this side here, the side with this little looped hole just here. That's the side that's going in, so that's going to go on that side and not from this side. The screws are going to be going in this side. So we can turn that way round. That's going to be fed into these two holes just on here, just like so. We turn that over and we put 2 screws in this hole here and this hole here. So the screws are the ones with the little flanges on them. They're the only ones this time that do have the flanges on them. So line up them holes and secure this one down. Nice and tight. So I can let go of that now. Now we've got one more hole to put one of them in. Just going to turn that around. Might be a bit difficult to see this because it's like black screws on a black surface screwing black parts together, but I will try and get you a close-up so you can make it out for yourself. So that's where the screws have gone, just there. That's where our part has gone, on there, just like that. So if we turn that over and we look at the underside of this part, just there where I said this needs to go on the side with a little loop with a hole, that little hole we're going to be putting a little screw in. So we're going to be putting a EM screw for this hole here. So let's get our EM screw. So let's get our EM screw and screw this one down as well. Again, nice and tight. And there we are. That is that part finished for this week. So we can put this to the side and we can bring back a part that we made in the last issue. So the part we are bringing back is this one here. You should have made this in issue 6. So what we're going to do is just exactly the same as what we did in issue 6 with this side. When we put this on, we're going to do exactly the same, but we're going to be putting it on the opposite side. So this is going to be going just in here, and just like there, you put in some IM screws, one on either side. The IM screw should be this big long one here, and you should have 3 of them. You're only going to use 2 of them, so make sure the holes are lined up. So mine's just knocked out. Should feel it bite into the part, and then it gets easier to screw from there on. So just keep going all the way through, which will take a couple of seconds because it is a long screw. There we are. Again, going all the way through until you got the screw all the way down. And when you've done that, that is what you should have. You should have both of these parts on there. It should be able to move up and down just like that. The one I've just put on is a little tighter than the one we did last time. So this is the one I did last time. It has quite a lot of free more movement, but the one we put on today is a bit more stiffer. But it is loosening up. The more I do that, it is loosening up. So this is what you should have by the end of this issue. You should have this part here pretty much complete, and this part here which we put up today. So there you are, guys. That is stage 7 all complete, and it wasn't too difficult an issue, that one. When looking at it in the magazine, seeing that you got to go through them parts, it does look quite difficult, but it wasn't. It was quite easy, and yeah, I quite enjoyed doing that one. So I do have to apologise because there's been no videos pretty much this week, and towards the end of last week there's been no real content on the channel apart from yesterday when we had the Build a Dodge Charger, but that was actually filmed last week. It's just I wasn't feeling very well, and yeah, didn't have time to put it up on the channel. But yeah, so I put it up on the channel and edited that and got it up. That was actually filmed last week. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with the Knight Riders over the weekend. I'm probably going to do a couple of Ecto ones as well. Fill the week up next week, so there'll be 5 videos next week. 3 of them will be Knight Rider, 2 of them will be Ecto 1. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please remember to leave a like down below, and if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye.